actually work on. 7. What's number 7? Ah, bring back the knife. Okay. There we go.
What do you mean? Wow.
Basically what I'm trying to say, I would like you to revert to the fist system. I would like you to rework the fist system. Bring the M2 back. You can like nerf. I think you can like nerf some of the stuff, but I really think you shouldn't mess with the weapon damage, because I actually do think that's important. So you should make like fucking 15 and M1, 65 with the M2.
Took off the knife. Knife still exists.
No, but you know what I mean. Like I'm talking about the fists, but I'm talking about the knife damage, right? You should like make the fists do the same damage as a knife, and then we can add a shiv similar to like a chain, like the chainsaw that I was talking about in the shop, and make that do extra damage instead.
Look, there's another how do you say solution to this problem is by giving everyone a knife. If this is really bothering you.
No, like it's not about bothering. It's about the game state, Natsheh. Like,
yeah.
Okay, I spawn in a vent room, right? The whole like map rebalancing, the map balancing is about the fucking vent being broken like semi quickly. Because if the map makers want the vents to be tankier, they could make the vents tankier. Like, we know this. We know that like vents can be tankier because we know that the Leah Win vent, for example, takes like 6 M2s to break or something, but something like the other ones take like 1 stab, you know what I mean? Like,
but you can still access the knife from the shop and break it with a knife.
But why would I use like an item from the shop that is like something that's just like normal to gameplay? That's just the way that the game is meant to be played, right? It's more about that.
Because I wanted to point out the knife as a rebel item.
But
so you don't want the knife to be a rebel item.
But why would you like add but why would you nerf the fists then? Like, didn't you say like I think you said the reason why the fist got added is because you wanted to like nerf rebelling. But I don't think you've nerfed it. I think you fucking neutered it. And now you're making people like always go to the shop, which in of itself is unfinished and toxic for like gameplay. And then you just try to like do this shit, right? Like, I can understand the POV of wanting to like somewhat nerf rebels, but nerfing the knife damage is just not the way to go around it, because it hampers gameplay too much. Also, another thing, if you're not willing to work on this, the one thing I want you to do with the fists, if I can't like convince you to like revert like the changes that you made to the combat, please remove the screen shakes. Remove the screen shakes every time I want a knife, and remove the screen shake when I'm getting knifed.
What do you keep a knife? It's not a knife, bro. It's fist shakes.
The fists.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the knife, but like I'm talking about the fists. Like, it's kind of I think you understand what I mean, though, right?
You can. All right, but I made the knife and fist as separate items.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. In that case, remove the screen shake of the fists. Like, this is the changes that I want you to do to the fist system. Okay. Let me just make it one by one.
I would say decrease it instead of removing it completely. The shaking, just decrease it as much as you can.
I think it should be removed because there's like no option for me to remove it. There's like no option for me to remove it. So you should just have no screen shake.
I just told you. I just can simply give everyone a knife and solve these issues.
It solves the issue on a temporary matter, but it doesn't solve the actual permanent one, which is like, what the fuck are we doing with the knife then?
The knife. You can use it.
Like, how do I explain?
You can use it and you can hide it.
I actually do think that the way that the server was before, like the combat before, was actually pretty good. Okay, in this, like, what the changes that should be made, like, if you want to give people a knife, that's fucking fine. But in that case, I don't see I don't see why we should use the fists. Okay. If you fucking want to add the fist systems, if you wanted to like rework everything here, why would you like not? I don't know. It's fucking weird to explain. But, like, you removed a lot of the gameplay, and everything is like behind a shop. If people don't have money, they can go fuck themselves. It's kind of like TTT, right? I was complaining about TTT a while ago. How like you needed like you needed like
karma.
you need a 1k karma to do regular damage, right? But if people don't have the karma, they can't fucking play the game. Because, like, I can understand the whole, like, it's a beginner-friendly system. But unlike... but even the fists are not beginner-friendly.
See what I mean? So basically, giving everyone a knife should solve the issue.
It solves the issue on a temporary matter, but it doesn't solve the problem that the fists are useless. Okay. So we could like I'm gonna add this as like the topic, okay? So knife to be added to to everyone as a temporary measure, okay? Because I want this to be temporary. Because there's no reason to like to fucking not change the fist and then give people a knife. That's counterintuitive. What I think you should do is revert the fist system. You should make the M1 fist do 12 to 15, the same thing as a knife damage. And then you make a knife in the shop, similar to a chainsaw, or like a katana, or like a bat.
That's too much damage.
What do you mean that's too much damage? The knife?
Fists. You're making a fist do a lot of damage, like slashing 15. 20.
Who cares?
It's too much.
Who cares? Like it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a knife. Natsheh, if people actually warden properly, you don't even get a chance of knifing.
I mean, let's talk about Faris calling a day. Like, when everybody have a knife, it would have zero chance of succeeding as a warden.
That's Faris just being... That's not the problem of the knife. That's just Faris being bad. You know what I mean? Like, if people like think the knife should be like... I think the reason why people like Faris as a CT is because they can like perma rebel on him and they think like his reactions is funny, right?
But I need everybody's thoughts about it.
Okay, what does everyone think about this? Like, do you think we should revert the fist damage?
No,
I mean, we should separate the damage between the fist and the knife. So
I'm gonna do a vote, and you guys.
So like how the thing was covered already, the screen shake, it's absolutely so annoying. So just an option to like disable it. Second thing, like the fist barely do any damage. You do like 1 damage per like hit. That's so stupid. And you nerf the fist, but you keep the shop like a harpoon that like one taps everybody. You kept the bazooka. You kept what else? Like everything in like the shop for terrorists is just like very bullshit in my opinion. And I was busy playing Plants vs Zombies, so sorry. But I do listen.
Like this is
that makes sense.
What I think you should do. I think you should make the fist system exactly like you can rework the weapon system, but you shouldn't gut the fists.
Remove the hands, so you guys don't want any hands.
It's not about the hands, Natsheh. Like, it's not about the fist. Like, it's not about the fist. It's the fist damage. You removed the M2, which is a very important part to rebelling. You neuter the M1 damage, so even if you hit a headshot, you do nothing. So you need a gun to escape, which makes rebelling very one-lined, which makes it easier for everyone to fucking not rebel. Which I know that was the point, but you overdid it. Like, what I actually... I just want you to revert the fist damage. You revert you make the M2 available again. You could even make it...
What about... So basically, if I revert fist damage, there's no reason for the knife to be there.
That's what
You know
I'm
what I mean?
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you actually want to add a knife to the shop, make it do extra damage. Or if you actually if you're actually still hampering on about the damage, you can keep the knife damage, but bring the M2 back and buff both of them.
Natsheh, can you like just make the fist
Can-
do like 5 damage per hit? Because like the gang perks, they make even better. And like if people want to use the knife, they can use the knife.
Exactly. Even gang perks fuck things up. Like when you go against Nyoxel, you have the his gang damage fully upgraded. Kills you with 2 seconds.
Oh,
And that's an issue of mine.
Plus,
So like,
that's not an issue. Like, oh, my fucking head. Okay. Basically, what I'm trying to like, we're reaching like other fucking parts where like I think we're like missing the point that I'm trying to make, but that's fine. Like we can like keep talking about this, okay? Because I think this is like the most important part about the fucking thing to begin with. Okay.
So basically, watch the stream. Watching the stream.
Yeah, I'm watching the stream. Yes, I'm watching.
I have a knife.
Yes.
I have a fist.
Yeah.
Those two are different items.
Yes.
no way.
Oh shit. So, which one you wanna keep? The knife or the fist? The
Both
knife,
of them.
basically the default knife of the whole game.
Wait,
Uh,
Natsheh, like keep both of them. The fist is fine. Just like the screen shake pisses people off. Like yeah, that pisses like for me it pisses me off. You can also like I don't know, make the damage slightly bigger, like 5 damage, like 5 per hit, if that makes sense. Like increase the damage for the fist. The M2 like not being available is fine because like why would you need to M2 with a flipping fist? If that makes sense.
I
I
disagree.
can increase the fist damage to 10.
I disagree.
See, this-
10 exactly.
I disagree with that notion. I think I've reached a good middle ground here. You make the fists do you make the fist do 8 damage per hit. Like if you actually want to I wouldn't say like a temporary compromise, but something that will like please everyone and nobody at the same time, okay? You buff the fist damage. Make it do I think you should make it like 8 per hit, okay? You make it 8 damage per hit. And you add an M2 because the reason why the M2 should be added for the fist is not for rebelling. It's just the idea that you can like should be able to break shit. Okay? The main like you should like break shit still with the fists. Because even in real life, if the M1 is a jab, the second one is a stronger punch, like a cross or an uppercut. Okay? I think you should remove the screen shake, because I think the screen shake is fucking awful. I think everyone agrees that the screen shake is fucking awful. And if you want, you can keep the knife in the shop with the same amount of damage, so nobody complains. Or you can add a buffed variation to the knife in the shop, and then you actually you add a buff variation to the knife in the shop, and then we just keep working on this.
What 60 divided by 4 is basically the 20, right?
Okay.
No, actually, it's 15.
So I got the calc. Okay, let me see. What's
15,
52 divided by 12? Hold on. So this is like damage with Kevlar, which I assume that like every fucking CT has, because if your CT does not have Kevlar on Jailbreak, I think it's a bad map. 55 divided by 12 is 4.58 buff. So what's 8 times 8.58? It's around 36, okay? So you
60,
can
60 with a knife, 60 divided by 4. There's something called base damage.
Yeah.
You know what's the base damage?
What?
It's basically the base damage of the item. So basically, stop hitting me, Nox. Dumbass. Alright. So basically the knife has a base damage of 15, and the hands have 2.5.
Yeah.
So when you do a headshot, it's multiplied by 4.
Okay. In that case, how about we do this? You complain that the knife is the fists are a one shot, right? So here's the deal: we make the fist M1 do 8 damage. 8 times 5 with a headshot is multiplied, and it gives you 40. Okay. So instead of the knife is a 2 shot, but the fist is a 3 shot to the head, and that's more difficult to do. That gives people more time to react. You remove the screen shake, which further enhances the CT's capabilities to react. And then you make the M2. You either make the M2 be a 3 shot with the M2, or you still make it a 2 shot, but it doesn't break through the gang perk. I don't remember if CTs have 125 health off the top of my head.
125 depends on the gang.
Yeah, but they do have it if they're a part of a gang, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I think you either make the damage 45 or you make it a 50. The reason why you make it a 45 or a 50...
I'm getting confused. You're talking about the base damage or the headshot damage?
I'm talking about the base damage of the M2, which is the stab, I guess, of the fists. Okay?
M2. So basically, when you say 40,
Yeah.
multiply it with 4. It's gonna be pretty high.
It's a one
do a
shot,
headshot.
but hitting an M2 headshot is harder. Plus, there's the whole part about like IRL, like in boxing IRL, since you're like a person that wants to go to the very realistic parts, I'm gonna give you a realistic aspect. Boxing is a sport that is really good to watch because in of itself is very unpredictable. Because like
Look,
any
I know-
punch can knock you
I
out.
forgot. Yeah, I forgot to add something.
So I like
As
the
you can see over here,
Hmm.
fisting. Do you see the movement of the fist?
yeah.
Like there are a couple of combos. You do a right, left jab, then
Yeah.
right side, no,
Yeah. Sure.
then uppercut. I can make one of these, damage different.
Let's do this then. How about you remove the uppercut from the models and then you make the R2 an uppercut?
Or do an uppercut. Yeah, that's also possible.
Because I want an
That's what
M2
I said
because like
long ago.
Nyoxel said that the M2 should be kept like this, which doesn't exist, which I disagree because you need the uppercut to actually break shit.
Well, before I did say like you keep the M2 as I don't know an emote or like an uppercut, but like I go 8 by Natsheh, so
Basically, those basically are combos. You know what I mean? I can hit 4 combos in order to do much damage.
I mean, like it doesn't matter
4 hits.
because nobody's gonna be able to do a combo before they die.
Oh, how do you know that? When it comes to teammate boxing or fisting, that also matters.
We can talk about the boxing later. Okay, let's just reach a conclusion on this because this is dragging. Okay, in my opinion, and like Nyoxel and Necro can disagree or agree with this, but I'm gonna give my notion. Okay. An M1, which is an M1 with the fists, which is a left click, should deal 8 damage for a CT with Kevlar, right? Then with the head, everything that I'm saying is with Kevlar. Okay, there's only gonna be one exception. Headshots should do 40 in this case, okay, because it's a 5 times multiplier. This makes the M1 be a 3 shot to the head instead of a 2 shot. This is important.
Basically, the base damage is 40.
Yes, it's important because it's a 3 shot to the head instead of a 2 shot, which allows for CTs to fight back. At the same time, we are removing, like, in my opinion, we should remove the screen shakes because nobody likes them. We should remove the screen shake. And when it comes to the M2, that's going to be added to the fists, which is going to be an uppercut, okay? You should make it, you either make it 50 per hit, because then it's a 2 shot for for non-gang members. And then if they have more than the health, like even if 1 health, it's a 3 shot with the M2. So we can actually even weave in some cool shit, like a nut with jabs and uppercut, to try and maximize the amount of damage that we can do. Okay. If you don't want to, now the problem is the backstabs, because I actually do think the backstabs is a problem. However, so quick thing, with this multiplier,
what do you mean backstab?
Like, do the fists deal extra damage to the CT if he's facing backwards?
Yeah, that's with the knife, not with the fist.
Okay. Then ignore this last part. Sorry. But this is like pertinent to me. Okay.
Listen. You basically want to set a different base damage for the
yes, but hear me out. But hear me out. But hear me out when it comes to the damage. It's 50 per hit. With members, it doesn't become a 2-shot. And if it's buggy, because I know that sometimes the CTs don't spawn with 125 health, you can make it like a 49. Because then it's 2 M2s. It's 2 M2s, and then you need an uppercut to one-shot. And then with the headshot on the M2, you can actually one-shot people. Because like in real life, one big punch can fuck your shit up.
Currently, the delay between gaps it's 0.37.
I'm not too sure about the. I'm not too sure how like the different parts gonna like change with the gameplay. I haven't checked that well, but But for now, I think we should do this damage system. Because I think it's the best of both worlds. We keep the fists, we make the fists viable, and at the same time, we keep the knife. Does everyone agree with this? Or do you guys have different damage ideas?
Well, the current one is not bad. We can just try it. We can hit it try, and I guess it's not bad. It's not something like it would ruin the gameplay. It's something good, because removing shake, first of all, is very nice. Whether we remove it or decrease it, the damage is also great, because as Nyoxel said, it's very useless. Hitting the player makes no damage at all, kinda. So changing the damage would be great. I agree with that.
Okay. Nyoxel, do you agree with the damage that I mentioned?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Do you mind, in this case, Natsheh, do you mind adding this as a temporary measure to see whether it will like how much it would impact gameplay, and then we talk about this in a different meeting?
Which one?
The fist damage.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna write this down. M2, 48 to 50 damage per M2. One shot to the head. Okay. Next point. Okay, I think we actually got rid of the fucking Goliath here. So now we can actually focus on, we can like go more scatterbrain on other shit. Have you worked on the Nyoxel specialty idea, Natsheh? At all? No? Okay. Do you know what Nyoxel specialty idea was? Do you remember it?
Yeah. Balloons.
Yeah. Okay.
With a crossbow.
The balloons. Okay.
With a bow.
Yes.
Each one wanna get a bow. You need to once pop somebody's balloon, you get a balloon extra life or something.
Okay. So you haven't forgotten about it. So Nyoxel's special the idea to be accepted. Have you read that post, Necro? I think you have, right?
Which one? Sorry.
The Nyoxel's special the idea.
I think it was a while, right?
What's good, X-Play? Yeah, it was a while ago. It was made on. It was.
Yeah, I
made
guess
like
I saw it. Since it was a while, I read it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Okay. Nyoxel's specialty to be accepted and implemented in the future. So this is like the thing. I have my point here. I'm gonna like tell exactly what my point was with this topic. It says sack Natsheh's unfinished ideas for server space. Server crashes all of the time now for no reason. Now we know why the reason the server crashes, because Natsheh told us. But I still think that we can easily remove some stuff that doesn't get used at all, and to just add some stuff that would be used. I think the biggest example would be the airstrike. I think the airstrike can be pretty easily removed to add something that is at the same time cooler and at the same time would suffer more usage, have more usage than just the airstrike. Because the airstrike is just an admin command now. And if you're gonna use admin commands for a normal round, that's a bit silly.
Actually, if you don't want to remove the air flare, you can just keep it for trouble and tourist town, I guess, like a VIP item or something. If Necro likes it, you know what I mean, Necro. Just you're a traitor because I don't know, 10 credits.
I mean, you're talking about Jailbreak or TTT?
I was talking moving the airstrike to TTT.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
I think this would be another topic, another meeting. We can talk about it later. We can talk about it later.
Yeah, but just saying, since we're
I mean, it's a
removing
great
hardware-
suggestion. Yeah,
I don't mind the airstrike being added to TTT. What I'm basically saying is that Natsheh probably has some things laying around that is not getting used whatsoever, and then that stuff can easily be removed in order to make more server space for other plugins. That's more what I mean. It does I just said the airstrike as an example because right now it's not seeing play at all, and it's just adding server space to the plugins, you know.
It can be used in the special days.
It's still silly, let's be honest. We shouldn't there shouldn't be a shop for special days except for very important special days.
What do you mean?
Let me give an example. Nightcrawler, you need the laser inside no matter what, so that should be added, right? We've talked about this as well on the previous meeting. So that's an example of a special day where the shop actually needs to be added because you want to buy the laser sight. For other games like hide and seek, you don't need an airstrike whatsoever. So why you don't even need a shop. So why implement it in the first place?
You actually might need them in some special days, like Trouble in Terrorist Town, as Nyoxel said.
That's what I mean.
What else?
There's some
Apocalypse.
special days that need it, others don't. So I'm just giving an example. Like you said, airstrikes should be added for special days, point blank. But it's not point blank.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not all of them. Some of them.
Okay. You're the only person that has access to the machine. So whenever you see a plugin that you see no usage of, or where you don't see any use to it, you can very easily delete it, okay? Just in case that you want to work on something else with cooler stuff, I guess. That's just what I'm gonna say. If we don't need to say sack Natsheh's ideas that don't get used. Natsheh.
You want the laser sight to be free, right?
Yes, we've talked about this. We talked about this in the previous meeting. We all thought that the laser sight should be a thing for everyone on Nightcrawler.
All right, laser sight team, any.
Natsheh is good to see what plugins don't get used.
It should cost $0, all right?
Yeah. You should spawn with the laser sight. You shouldn't need the shop to begin with. Because on the Portuguese server, when you have Nightcrawler, you always fucking spawn with the fucking server with the laser sight. So what's the point?
Thing is, the laser is still kept with you the next round.
I mean, that's a bug they can easily get rid of. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, sure.
That's just a bug. So who cares? Okay, next point. Okay, this one is very specific. The reason why I think it's specific is because I think this is like a really stupid shop item. Let's talk about the bow. My idea for the bow, I think that this compound bow should be removed. And instead of that, we should add a bow like a bow and arrow. Very similar in gameplay to like bow characters from other video games. I'm not sure if this is like a thing that exists. Like surely fucking exists, okay. But like if you actually want to add a bow to the shop or like a bow to the special day or something like that, I think a cooler idea would be to not use the compound bow and instead use like a bow and arrow. Like, have you ever played Overwatch, Natsheh?
Nope.
No?
I
Okay.
think I've seen.
Okay. There's a character in Overwatch called Hanzo, okay?
Have you played Overwatch before?
I have played Overwatch before, but we're in a jailbreak meeting, so let's not get sidetracked here. Sorry, XY. So Hanzo has a bow and arrow that like charges, and then like when you charge it, the bow does the arrow does extra damage and it travels further, yada yada yada. You know, like a normal bow. Okay. If you go look at Hanzo gameplay from Overwatch, I think you'll know like exactly what I mean. I think that should be implemented to the server instead of the usual compound bow, because compound bows in of itself are kind of silly to have like on the jailbreak server to begin with. But if like you're the person that goes on about realism, so in this scenario, I actually do think that like a normal bow and arrow would actually be pretty
What is it
fucking cool.
called? The bow. What is
I
it?
even
The
I even
bow.
thought about this I thought about this specifically for Nyoxel's special day, because even that special day, I think it's better with like a normal bow instead of a compound bow. I know this is like a very niche thing, but like I would like it to be added like sometime. It doesn't need to be now. It doesn't need to be like before the other stuff that we talked about in meetings need to be worked on, but that's just something that I actually would think would be really cool. It doesn't need to one-shot like the harpoon, because obviously there's a difference between being hit by an arrow and being hit by a fucking harpoon, right? But I'm just spitballing here, okay? Would you consider that idea?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Write it down.
Bow and arrow, similar to Hanzo, to replace. Yeah, welcome back. We just talked about the bow. We just talked about the compound bow and how I think that like a bow and arrow, similar to like a character like Hanzo, would be both better for the shop and even better for the special day that you thought of. Not sure if like Necro agrees, but I think that you would be cool with the idea as well.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's not me agree or disagree. It's something new, so or in mind.
Yeah, it is niche. Like, I'm not saying that it's not niche. Added to Nyoxel's special day. 11. What's number 11? The game state of rebelling is stupid. We've already worked on this. Fix.
Talking about Faris being gay.
I'm not even talking about that. Like Ferris being Ferris, like is not the reason. Like I'm talking about like the tools that are given for rebelling. I was talking about like how poor dude's just catching strays. Like what I mean is that
James.
what I mean with like the game state of rebellion being stupid. It's just like how ineffective the fists are for literally anything, and then you need to use the shop, but you shouldn't need to like always use the shop to rebel, which causes a problem with everything else, which makes like the only valuable way of rebelling without money is to actually sneak away whenever you can, and even sneaking whenever you can is very inconsistent. Whatever, okay? I just want to like some other ways to like be able to rebel, and I think the fist system that I mentioned actually does fix this. so we can check how the game state of rebelling looks like after, and then we can move on. Okay? Does that sound good to you guys? Because does anyone else want to talk about like rebelling on the server? Because I think the rebelling on the server is probably going to be fine if we just had this. Because again, it comes with the whole part about the shop being reworked, and then with the shop being reworked, there's like less ways to rebel, yada yada yada, whatever. Game state of rebelling gets significantly upgraded with my fist rework idea. Doesn't need much talking outside of the shop, which is probably gonna get reworked soon anyways. Number 12. What's number 12? Grammar mistakes on the server. This is this is again very fucking small, but I see them all the time.
The advertisement.
And it ticks me the fuck off. Natsheh, do you remember when I sent that one really big that really big mix of sentences to be added to like the server like chat?
The advertisement.
For advertisement.
No, not advertisement. Like the you know when you like go to the server and there's like shit like, oh, join our Discord. Like, oh, if you want to like check this, press blah, you know? That automatically pops by on the server.
Yeah, those are advertisement.
Yeah, that okay, you count those as advertisements, okay. Did you add every single one of those that I mentioned? You didn't, right? I think you added some, but not all of them.
Fix the Discord link.
Not encoded, like with the colors and stuff.
Okay.
I will show you.
Also, another thing is that the grammar mistakes that I'm mentioning is not just on the advertisements. It's on the whole fucking server. Like, everything on the fucking server is kind of misspelled, and it's really annoying. I think the biggest example is the shop, because I think the shop just has so many fucking grammar mistakes, and I have no idea why. I think it's really funny, but I think it should get fixed.
Do you mean the item info?
Hold on, let me...
Item information.
Yeah, sure, item information, what have you. Like, just like, for example, ox hits. I think, like, your thing is, like, get horns as fuck. But, like, saying get horns as fuck does not make any sense. Like, this is just, like, this is like grammar mistakes, right? And I think if we're, like...
The clarification.
Also, quick aside, is Ambrosia still open? It's not, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So we're
I like to keep.
So now we're the only English jailbreak still around. So I think the last thing that we need is like grammar mistakes to make us look Bush League. I don't mind.
It's not about that thing. Items info are very limited because of the menu, character limit.
Yeah, sure. Like, how much is the character limit? Do you know it off the top of your head?
If for the item info, you're talking about like 16 character at maximum.
Okay, that makes it trickier.
You're
correct.
Yeah.
You're correct. That does make it trickier. But I think there's like still some stuff that we can add to fix the grammar mistakes on the shop, and I think we can also like fix some other fucking grammar mistakes that are like present on the server, but that would take like a lot of work. But this is like stuff that like can progressively get fixed. Like every time that we like do a play session, we can like do like 3 fucking good sentences, right? We can fix like 3 sentences or something, and really quickly the server just gets way cleaner with the grammar mistakes. Yeah.
As for drugs, it says it might have some side, and that's it. It stops.
Yeah.
There's side effects, but
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. It's the character limits, but I'm just saying that we should like, whenever we see a grammar mistake, we can even point it out, This is like one of the very few things that I actually don't mind like an AI generator to be using it. Because I actually do think that like AI can actually fix the grammar mistakes better than a human can. So like we
I
we,
can look. I can change the way the shop outlook is by entering, selecting the item, and then show information. Show another menu.
it's not just about
Information
the
only
shop.
about the item.
Yeah, but it's just not about the shop, Natsheh. Like the shop was like the biggest example, but grammar mistakes are like around everywhere. Like there's grammar mistakes with like almost with like a lot of sentences. So like we probably need to like review every single pile of text on the fucking server and then see like if we can actually grammar fix that. And since that's very tedious, and since AI is actually better at grammar mistaking than humans, we can even ask like something like ChatGPT to actually fucking do this for us. It's like one of the very few like if I would like to have less like I would love to have like as little AI as possible to be working on our server. But this is like one of the very few things that I don't mind AI to do, which is like to fix grammar mistakes. I actually
I'm not a grammar expert. I'm a grammar decent.
I mean,
I barely can spot anything.
yeah.
It's not the grammar, guys. It's about sentence clarification. Come on.
Like
It's
yeah,
not like yeah.
like everyone here except XPlay because he's actually from America and he's muted. English is our second language. So like I don't mind using like ChatGPT to fucking fix any kind of grammar mistakes, but I think we should fix grammar mistakes eventually so it gets less bush league. This is just something that I'm gonna add. Grammar mistakes to be fixed every now and again. Doing it with one sitting would be very tedious. Using ChatGPT for grammar fixing is not a bad idea. Number 13.
Do you have any other grammar mistakes?
I don't know any off the top of my head. I'm not like there's the advertisements, there's like some on the warden menu, there's like some on the shop. There's like some fucking mistakes. There's like mistakes fucking everywhere. They're like very small, but if we could actually fix those, I think the server will look a lot better.
It says open the cells, give a player the ability to paint, below menu, medkits, ask a custom question, voice chat menu, quit being a warden, enable semiclip, minigame, it's just basic captions. Warden menu. There's more multi-language not found dispenser menu, that's it. Reset player's ability to spray, enable disables spray meter.
I don't know. This is like what I mean. Doing it by one-shotting is very annoying, so I don't mind like us progressively just doing it.
Sure.
Okay. Next topic. Cherry pick what weapons are invisible and which ones are not. Big fucking problem here that we have, boys. I think we should go through every single gun on 1.6. See what guns are usually available on like jailbreak maps, and those guns should be visible and the other ones shouldn't. The biggest fucking example of this is Oasis, because Oasis just makes the shield invisible for some fucking reason. And this at the same time also makes the fucking shield invisible whenever the person's using it, which is also very fucking stupid.
Also the word models. There's a plugin, I wanted to test it out, but
yeah,
I ditched it out till later. It basically sub in all the the word model items or weapons into one model file, which should make the weapons come visible again.
Okay. Let me just put this then. Invisible guns are a problem in the server. We cherry picked the weapons that need to be seen at all times and which ones don't. Okay, I don't mind going through like all the guns on CS 1.6 right now and see which ones actually need to get hidden or not.
I know, I already know.
Okay. So like
The one that are getting unprecaged.
list of guns, not guys, guns. There we go. Glock hidden, USP hidden, 5.7 hidden. The P228
Replaced
hidden,
with the
Deagle
weapon
hidden.
box.
Yeah, I've just replaced it with the weapon box to save resources. But like, the shield should be fucking be shown at all times. The M3 should be shown. The TMP should be shown. The MAC-10 should be shown. But on the other hand, something like the TMP, not the TMP, sorry, the UMP and the P90 don't need to be shown. Okay. That's just like what I mean. Like we just need to like cherry pick these because we need to like look at every single jailbreak map and see like what hidden guns there are. Number 14. Talk about no G strafing allowed. The reason why I want to
abused it. Nyoxel, come on,
Yeah,
bro.
a lot of
Nyoxel,
people
do
keep
not use
rebelling
it.
using G-strafing.
It's Nyoxel only. Come on. It's
No,
only
no,
Nyoxel.
Not just
no.
Nyoxel.
No.
It's not just Nyoxel.
The only reason why I'm talking about this was because of Natsheh. Because I remember us like 2 weeks ago or something, we were playing on Fly High, and somebody was rebelling on Natsheh using Street Strafe, and he said, "Come on, bro, that's not allowed on the server." And I'd like no. I'd like to make this very clear.
It's not a solution.
I like to make this very clear. Here are the list of solutions that do not work for G-strafing. Server air accelerate does not work. We should not limit that. Limiting FPS does not work. We shouldn't do that.
There's the unduck method.
No, not even the unduck
stupid.
method. I'm just saying because every single one of these fucks up the gameplay. What we should do is ask politely whether people because how do I explain this? I'm Portuguese. There is a very dedicated subgenre of people that play with just G-strafing. Okay? They use G-strafing with the parachute. They use G-strafing to rebel. They use configs to have more FPS to G-strafe to rebel. What I'm trying
I have
to
another idea. After you say that, go on.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is, if we see that G-strafing is getting used too much, we should ask that person politely, like, "Yo, do you mind not using G-strafing for rebelling? Because I can't control it, and I'd like to improve the gameplay of it."
Especially if there is only one word.
Instead of saying that X and Y is not allowed, because I don't want to limit gameplay, because I know a lot of people that straight up won't play Jailbreak if G-strafing isn't allowed. We're just gonna say like, "Do you mind not using G-strafing, please?" And most people will cooperate because they're not fucking assholes. Yeah. I for one, since I'm used to playing Jailbreak with G-strafing, I really don't care too much if people use it against me. Like, if I'm controlling still a good amount of rounds, if I think like the gameplay is still doable with it, I don't mind it being used against me. But I know that Natsheh fucking hates using G-strafing. So like, if you see people using them, instead of saying, "Bro, that's not allowed, come back here," you just say the next round, when the shit is finished, you just say, "Hey, next, can you stop using G-strafing from now on? Or like make it very slow so I can actually like see and catch up to you?"
Rules are pretty clear. Before a player start playing, he needs to read the rules.
No, there's no rules regarding G-strafing. There aren't any.
Really?
Yeah, like I did that on purpose.
That's an issue.
It's not an issue to like I was the one that wrote the rules, and this isn't an issue to me, so I didn't add it.
Oh my god.
That's
When
what I
type
mean.
rules-
Like I've said this multiple times. There was even like a thing on the Discord here. They were like talking about the usage of G-strafing, and I literally said G-strafing being allowed or not depends on the CTs, because some CTs don't mind it being used, and some do. So we're gonna do it by the CTs, where they're gonna ask nicely if they're gonna stop the G-strafing or not, because this is not on the rules. Okay. I had to edit out like the forbidden to use the N-word because Empty was fucking spamming it for no fucking reason. Despite the fact that there's a very clear rule here saying no disrespect based on race, religion, country views, gender, age, or sexuality. This includes the N-word usage. I had to use the fucking parentheses part to say this includes the N-word usage because Empty was using it all the fucking time. And I can understand it, like some people like it, some people think it's funny. But I'm the kind of person that gets very uncomfortable if that word just keeps getting spammed all the time. So I would prefer it not to be allowed. Like
I'm one of the people that don't care.
we are admins, so we can like decide the level of punishment. But I think we're all very lenient towards the N-word usage. I am lenient towards it as well.
I have a lot of tolerance.
But I'm just gonna say like, yo, bro, could you stop doing that? And then if they keep doing it, then they get punished. G-strafing is kind of the same thing, okay?
You
If
can
wa-
gag. You can gag players.
I know you can gag players, but like you know what I mean. Like if I have a choice between gagging and not gagging, I prefer not to gag them because like gagging works for like games as well, you know?
I have an idea that kills two birds in one shot.
Go ahead.
When it comes to this word and when it comes to SGS, I'm not sure if this is possible, but according to my basic knowledge, you can just make a simple plugin where if the user hit control more than like 5-10 times, it gives them warning to if you kept doing that, you will get kicked or you will get switched to spectate. Same goes for words. Like some words you can type and the plugin basically gives you a warning.
Yeah.
This is the best choice.
I already made a plugin called the censorship system.
I'm just gonna make it clear here. I don't like censorship systems, and I don't like that plugin as well. The reason why I don't like the censorship is because it's really iffy with the words that it censors. And you need to do it one by one, and this stops. And this doesn't stop like swear words in other languages. And I'm a person that curses like a fucking sailor, as you guys can probably tell. So like I myself would not like a censorship system to be added. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't stop it completely, fully, but since we do not have player
That's
base,
the word.
When it comes to the SGSing, again, it literally depends on the CTs. So like, if the CTs ask nicely, the person, since we have very small player base, they either leave the server or they say, okay, I won't use SGS. And then they rebel normally. Okay? It's like, this is just something that we cannot control. And SGS, it might be really cool to do for like some games, right?
for the sake of special days or anything else.
Like,
Even in special days, it's not nice to use the G-strafe.
I don't remember if I actually have a rule against G-strafing being forbidden on special days, but again, it depends on the
For
fucking
example, if you G-strafe against a bazooka or RPG missile, you can totally avoid it.
You can avoid it.
CT. Okay. Do you want to add a rule where G-strafing is not allowed for special days?
Sure. On
Okay.
all of the special days except the free day. I don't care.
G-strafing is allowed depending on the CTs that are wardening. Example, Daarst allows SGS. Natsheh does not allow SGS.
How
I
about
don't
we add a warden thing? Like a warden can turn
It's a
on
warden
or
rule,
off
yeah.
the
Exactly,
unduck
that's what
method.
makes sense.
Make a player
mean-
warden change the duck.
We can also fucking
That's
say
not-
whoever the SGS will be shot and killed, and they get shot and killed.
Exactly, yeah.
But like, what I mean by this is because like, if some people can't control G-strafe, people should stop using it. Okay, like I don't G-strafe. I'm fucking awful at it. So like whenever people like imagine freeze tag for example.
Fucking hacky.
Imagine freeze tag. I
Yeah.
can't catch somebody, so I say, "Come on, bro, can you stop
Exactly.
SGSing?" And they say, "Haha, okay, fine." And they usually stop, right?
Yeah.
They usually
They
do
shouldn't.
stop. In this case, I'm just gonna say, rule is gonna be added where you cannot G-strafe
G3. On special days.
on
Or some set.
special days.
Also, no trampoline for fuck's sake.
Oh yeah,
On
true.
special days.
Or use the trampoline on special days. Thanks for reminding me.
I mean,
Because,
I can simply remove it, but yeah, no, people
no,
might
no, no. You know, no,
get
no, no.
stuck.
No, this is pertinent.
another issue.
I think this is something that I missed out. Portuguese Jailbreak actually did a really funny way of like fixing this. Because like normally with hide and seek, you usually kill people with a gun, right? But if they use a trampoline, it's hard to kill people with a gun. So like people would spend like 2 minutes killing somebody on the trampoline. So what people did instead, which is a very funny idea, instead what they just did is like when a CT aims their sights on somebody, they're automatically dead. They did this to to like stop people from always abusing the
What?
trampoline.
What do you mean? So basically, impot.
I'm
What?
not sure. Not sure what the
gonna be-
thing is. Okay.
Or maybe
Aimbot.
some kind of plugin where when a special day is triggered, that specific area gets something special where if you get into it, you will get risk of being killed easily. So
Are you talking about walk guard thing? The walk guard.
maybe a walk guard. Exactly. Walk guard, it makes damage when you hit that area. I mean, when you
It
walk
doesn't
over it.
matter. If we stop the trampoline on the special days, none of this needs to be added. So
Yeah, rules
like,
are
who
rules.
cares? Who cares?
Nyoxel, hopefully you hear that. If I caught you on the trampoline, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Okay.
Harpoon storm.
Okay. Now we're reaching very nitpicky territory that I think myself is very nitpicky, except for like one. One of them is pertinent. The other ones are not. Number 1, goal outlines. This is another thing that I wrote down because of the fucking snow conversation. We should not use goal outlines. I'm fucking sick to death of saying this. The reason why we shouldn't do goal outlines is because the soccer ball cannot leave the goal outlines, which is the point, but this stops other games from using the soccer ball. Okay? But people say, oh, you can spawn a ball like somewhere else. Okay, but then you mess up like the fucking configuration of the server.
Wait, what about if you make the outlines toggle? Like you can enable them, disable them through the soccer settings from the warden menu.
You can do that? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's possible. No,
Okay.
I can make it possible. Yeah.
Oh, you can make it possible. In that case, yeah, you can work on that. Like, the biggest example is Snow, which was the map that we were complaining about because people were complaining about no outlines. We should fucking not add outlines on Snow because there's a game right next to it where you need to use the ball. you have a mini golf course that you can play with the football. That's the whole point. But
I see.
But
I see
like,
what you mean.
yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you can add it on the warden menu, that's fucking awesome. Do it, okay? That's really fucking cool. I'm just saying that, like, by default, we should both, number one, one thing we should do, number one, always have a ball spawning in the middle of the round on the football field. We should always have it. We shouldn't, like, we shouldn't
add
Go ahead.
another feature that, spawn a ball to the warden, not just death ball.
Necro, I have like a good Discord link. Hold on.
No, the for the advertisement thing in the game.
Okay. Let me give you the correct invite then, because I did have this permanently. I think I called like so many people for it with this.
Yeah, make it permanent so.
Oh, I can't check it, but I'm pretty sure Nyoxel can. Nyoxel can like check the. Oh no! Wait, I actually have it on another Discord. Hold on.
We can do that. Wait, I guess.
Let me post it here. It's on the general chat Discord. That's the permanent invite that I always